Mr. Ibo passed away recently, and this brings to light the advice he gave Edochie. We're talking of a man with 13 children. Some of them are adopted, but Mr. Ibo, he has been around and he knows and he understands. In fact, prior to his demise, he faced multiple of threat to his life. He became father of all, not our father. Father of all, not my father. Not my father, became our father. Different people came up with in fact, the so-called adopted daughter wanted to rip him off with his own son. He warned Edochie back then about this polygamy of a thing, saying, look, man, your life has little risk. You have decided to expand the risk. If you have had a side chick or whatever it is, if you had a side chick and somehow you lose guarded or something happened and became pregnancy, I mean, she said, oh, I'm pregnant. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm not a small child. I'm not going to get rid of this one. Never. If that is what happened, and you said, okay, since it is me, it would be bad for her to drag me on social media that I got her pregnant and I have refused. I have that. She has left me. It would be a ridicule. It would be a shame. Mr. Bassi will ridicule me that at the end of the day, I have been punished. So don't put shame. Lift up my head. Lift up the face of my family. You are the one that told me everything and promised me. Now here we are. It's time for you to fulfill it. And you, Edochie, out of guilty conscience, like, this lady was with Mr. Bassi. And I was benching behind the scenes. It was so good at that time. She was more protective of herself so she doesn't bring any pregnancy. And of course, she was managing it. It was easier because if anything comes up, she can as well present it to Mr. Bassi. But here we are. She said she's pregnant for me. And she said I need to do the needful. Well, who is me? My image is more important. So I have to. And he did what he did. Until today, Edochie has not, he's not yet, he's not flying. He's still crawling on the floor. Till today, Edochie is still suffering from his decision. Suffering. He said he's a proud polygamist. He said he was going to press and push. He was going to cajole May into accepting his idea of polygamy, where you bring in a woman who has nothing to heart. He has nothing to, of course, she has nothing to heart. She's definitely, if you accept polygamy, it means that she has access to the house that you suffered, you built, you loaned money to get it done and all of that. She's just going to waddle in. And if you look at the way she behaves and acts, within a short period of time, she will chase May out. May refused to be cajoled into such. It's not as if she is so rich. So we'll say, oh, she has money. You know, if she was rich, people would have said, madam, you are rich now. Babe, you are rich. You could have still gotten a man. Why someone else is so? But people would have been a bit kind of in between. Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. If you've been doing what we do on this platform, you would have learned how people move when someone is rich. When someone is rich and maybe does one or two charity here and there, in fact, even if she has not started it, some people will go on her page and say, please, mommy, they will start calling Judy Austin mommy. There is this thing that is happening to me. I have not paid my rent from this and that. Once she starts doling out some money, free money, you see people rooting for her. It would not have been as tough as it is now. But you know how things are. Everything worked against Edochie and Judy Austin in favor of May. They thought they would be the one shining. In fact, all that May is enjoying right now, all of it, Yo and Judy Austin thought they would be the one enjoying it. After all, they are the ones on the limelight. And they are the ones on it before. They had endorsements, SH0CK, Balowski, Dudulowski, whatever it is, they had it. Lager, everything. They felt good, like they even believe that they will bully her. That's the mistake. That is the mistake. That shows you the intent, shows you what Judy Austin would have done if May had accepted, like, okay, you're still my husband, let me accept it. Well, so sad, isn't it? So sad. So sad. So sad. They used Sarah Martins to bully her. And immediately started opening their mouth. People are like, what nonsense is this? Even after the demise of Kambili Chukwu, Sarah Martins was a bit slow, like, please, it's better we don't say anything now. I'm also a mother. Immediately, Judy Austin took over. Since Sarah Martin wasn't coming out to speak, Judy Austin came out and started, ranting. Jesus is my uncle. Mary is my mother. His auntie, grandmother. She started doing all of that. Jesus loves me. Holy Mary. Jesus. She started saying all of these things. And if you listen to her, you know where she is directing all of her foolish acts to. And eventually, Sarah Martins came out to defend her, saying that Judy Austin is a prayer warrior. She's a prayer warrior. She did not pray and war to make Mr. Obasi and herself work. She did not war to get a man out there that will embrace. She war and prayed to get Edochie. It's okay. Maybe Edochie and herself were married before in the other life. And now they decide to fulfill it now. It's okay. There's no problem about it. The thing is this. All that Mr. Ibu told Edochie, every of these things came to pass. Now, if you look at Pet Edochie, the father of Yo, he's a monogamist. He's not a polygamist. But Edochie wanted a different, pathway. And now his father is saying, look, when Edochie asked, Dad, why have you turned against me? He said, no, I have to turn against you because what you brought in is not even viable. It's not something that we can applaud you. We can applaud you. How can you want to continue polygamy and you are not extremely rich to be able to manage more family? You are not extremely rich. How much are you worth that you say you need to include Judy Austin? You say she's an actress. What is she acting? How many movies has she acted in? You brought in liability. You brought in a wood infested with maggots. Out of all that you saw in the bush, that one is one that appealed to you. So how am I going to support you? There's no way. I cannot support you. I cannot keep on backing you. No, not at all. You brought shame to my name. And my ancestors, they are so sad. So sad. So sad that out of them came one that decided to spoil what they worked for.